Happy Friday, everybody. And so we are here at the Extension office, and Miss Dunn and Miss Brown continue to work on 5th graders' mushrooms. And so we have your guys' mushrooms in our bag. And so Miss Mary picked those up for you guys, and they all turned out really well. And you have a post on Facebook 4-H page that has grades of everybody's mushrooms and how they grew. So for the parents at home that may not know about this activity, all the 5th graders in Miss Dunn and Miss Brown's room at Menifee Elementary, they learned about mushrooms all year. And so in February, they planted their mushrooms. And so they all had different kinds of toilet paper and some newspaper they could choose from. And they put the toilet paper in boiling water, let it cool, put the spawn in the center of the toilet paper. They wrapped it up. It sat in the dark for 3 weeks, and then they took it out and they watered it every day. Unfortunately, the closing of the school kind of stopped the progression of the class, but Miss Dunn and Miss Brown gave me the mushrooms. We picked them. This is what some of the mushrooms I've been growing in the office looks like. It's just a different variety of an oyster mushroom. And Miss Kayla and Miss Vanessa have decided to use your all's mushrooms with a recipe today. And so we're greatly appreciative of them doing that for us. And so they are going to cook something for us. And then here at the office, we're going to eat it. And hopefully you guys could just imagine the smell through the camera and enjoy it with us.
Alright, so we are going to be making, using the mushrooms that you all grew, and we are going to be making this chicken and ranch mushrooms. So this is something you can make at home with mushrooms you buy from the store, and it's real easy. So first we're going to wash our hands, of course, as we're being extra safe. So you wash your hands for about 20 seconds, at least 20 seconds. I haven't been counting, so I don't know how long I wash my hands.
Or so you can sing happy birthday.
Yeah, or you can sing happy birthday. That's right, Vanessa. Alright. So then, make sure we dry them real good. And the first thing we need to do is cook the chicken. So I've got chicken breast, about 1 pound, and it's sliced up real thin so it cooks fairly quickly. And we're going to turn the stove on. And the first thing is we just spray our pan. I've got canola oil here. You can use whatever kind of oil you have at home. So we spray our pan real good. And then we just dump our chicken in. Separate it out. And then this has to cook for about 5 minutes. We are going to use gloves just as an extra precaution, to be extra safe. And then, so the recipe calls for 8 ounces, which is about a cup of mushrooms, and then a cup and a half of spinach chopped up. So I'm going to chop up our mushrooms while the chicken is cooking, and Vanessa is going to chop up our spinach. Put this back here. So, of course, when we're cutting, we want to use safe knife handling skills. So this is called a butcher's knife. It's good for a lot of different chopping vegetables, meats, all that good stuff. So when we hold it, we actually want to pinch the top of the blade and wrap our hand around the handle like that. And that gives us most control over the knife. And then we've got our mushrooms here. And these are not like shaped as normally as mushrooms are. So I'm just going to get a few of them, and then you want to grab with your knuckles turned in so they're not in the way of the blade, and then you chop in a sawing motion like this. So I'm excited to see how these mushrooms taste, if they're different than what you get in the store, or if they're the same. Have you tried them yet, Miss Mary?
I have. We took the ones at the house, and Eric put them in the baked spaghetti last night.
Okay, how were they?
They were very good.
Did they taste similar to like a white mushroom, or?
Yeah, they was a little stronger probably.
Okay.
But had a lot of flavor.
Good. I love mushrooms, so I'm sure I will like them.
I'm just doing a rough chop on these.
I love the wild mushrooms that people are hunting right now, or getting ready to hunt.
Yes. You have to be kind of careful with that, though, right?
Yes. Make sure you get ones that aren't poisonous. And these here that the kids raise aren't poisonous, which is why we're eating them.
Don't eat poison.
What's an example of a poisonous one?
Usually mushrooms that are bright in color, or if they have a ring around their stem, And the kids learned about that also in the class.
Alright, so chopped up, good enough. The chicken is still cooking. So the next thing we're going to do is add the mushrooms to the pan with the chicken once it gets done cooking. And then we're going to sprinkle it with, let's see, how much of this ranch should we use? We're going to sprinkle it with this ranch, 2 teaspoons of this just dry ranch mix. We'll see how our chicken is cooking up over here. Getting there.
Since we're having spinach in it, what all do we get from spinach?
So from spinach you get a lot of different vitamins and minerals. You get iron, vitamin K, but even vitamin C, which we want to be getting a lot of right now, of course, to help boost our immune system a little bit. Also you get extra fiber, all that good stuff. And then mushrooms are actually, fun fact, the only plant source of vitamin D. So if you haven't had your milk today, maybe have some mushrooms.
They do taste good. It's very good. Spinach is really good for you.
Alright.
It is good.
Yeah.
Chicken's getting there. Could get a few more minutes. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put the mushrooms in. So the chicken isn't quite done yet, but we're going to stick the mushrooms in anyways. And then we also, with the mushrooms, will add about a tablespoon of butter, which we already have. Do you want to come look at our product that we've got here? Oh, you might just catch a mushroom on fire down there. You know, it happens. Alright, then we're going to put our butter in there. Oh. Melt it in, and we'll let that cook a little bit too. Put the lid back on. And then Vanessa, do you want to do the 2 teaspoons of dry ranch? Is that right?
Teaspoons, correct?
Yes, 2 teaspoons. Mix that up. Mix this up. You could use a little extra at home of the ranch at home if you wanted. Gives it a really good flavor. So we're gonna let those cook up some more. These have to cook for a few more minutes before we add the spinach.
So we're going to let that cook for 5 minutes?
Yeah, so we're gonna let that cook for a few more minutes, and then we'll add the spinach. I'll let the spinach wilt down, and then we just top it with rice, or put it over top of rice. And you could use, we're using brown rice, but you could use white rice, or probably pasta, I think will be good, noodles, any of that good stuff. And this recipe is actually from our 2019 Cooking Through the Calendar recipes, so if you came to one of the Cooking Through the Calendar classes, you might have made this before. I still have some of these calendars left, a whole box actually. So if you want a copy of the recipe, we would be more than willing to leave one on the front doorstep for you right now because we are currently closed to the public. So
And with this recipe, you get your vegetable in, you get your protein, and your grains. So you're getting
That's
a wide variety of what you need.
Yep. So, and their suggestion here in the calendar to make it a meal to add your fruit and dairy. You could add grapes and skim or low-fat milk. So, and make it a meal. Check on their chicken over here.
This is a nice meal to make at home because it doesn't take very long to make that for your family, and it's really
It's really
healthy.
quick. Get a lot of veggies in there. I'm gonna double check and see if the chicken is finished cooking. So,
Smells really good.
It does smell good. I hope you guys can smell it through the camera because it smells like
We're practicing our 6-foot distance.
we are. It's not 6 foot.
alright, so the chicken is done cooking. Chicken has to cook to 165 degrees, but I'm not gonna measure it with a meat thermometer because it's all completely white and the juices are clear. That's another way to tell if it's done. So if you want to go ahead and add the spinach, and then we add just a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. We'll add just a little bit of garlic. Sprinkle that over it, and then we put the lid back on, and the spinach hardly takes any time at all. Yeah, you might want to turn it down a little bit to finish cooking up. And then once we get done with that, we will top it on top of rice. And we get our bowl out here. Do you want to get some bowls out, and we can let Miss Mary try as well? We wish we could let you all try the mushrooms, but can't do that right now. Get some testing bowls. You don't have to try it. We won't.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just gonna let Mary try it first.
We are.
We were gonna let Mary try it first, so her students will see her trying it. Yeah.
You just want me to see my face when I eat the spinach.
That's true. Miss Mary doesn't like spinach. Are you gonna try it though?
I'll
for
try
the
it.
kids?
This for the kids.
This is for the kids.
I have a question, Mary. Is this the John Wayne mushrooms? Which-
They are all mixed together. So there's John Wayne, Charmin, Angel Soft, another brand of toilet paper, and newspaper that it was grown on. So there's 14 rolls of toilet paper that was used that probably someone could use today.
Alright. So we're gonna pour it all on top of here. That's really good. It does smell really good.
It looks pretty.
Alright, it does. It's a pretty dish.
It's all in
to
the
serve.
presentation.
That's right.
Okay, you ready to try, Miss Mary?
Sure.
Okay.
I won't get you a whole lot of spinach.
It smells really good.
We gotta get some mushrooms in there though.
It's piping hot.
It's very hot. Yeah, definitely want to serve it hot if you can.
Awesome. All right.
What do you think?
Very good.
Awesome. Is it okay with the spinach?
Yes.
Would you cook it at home with spinach?
That's
a no. If you don't like spinach, you could leave the spinach out and it would still be really good. I
But
think.
you could put like sweet potatoes in it,
Yeah,
or
a different kind of vegetable.
Broccoli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Broccoli would be
You like a different kind of there's you go.
Thank you.
So we'll try it. Look at a mushroom. It is really good.
Mhm.
And I like the mushrooms. Those are good. Good job, guys, on growing the mushrooms. You did good.
It's very good.
All right, good deal. Well, thank you all for joining us. And that's all we have for today.
If you need activities for your kids to do, keep a check on the Menifee County 4-H page, and we'll have some activities for you guys to try at home. Have a good day.
See ya.
Bye.